today I've got some stuff I picked up from GameStop the other day. So me and my buddy Justin, we went up to GameStop. Me and my buddy Justin went up to GameStop in the mall, and they had this sale going on. They had what is kind of like a Paka machine, but not really a Paka machine. It's probably like the generic version of a Paka machine, where I picked up these Gundam helmets and the t-shirt. Now, as you can see, this thing was on a deep discount, and that's what made me pick her up. Now, I like the Jim Lee stuff a lot. I got a couple of the Jim Lee sculpts, so I mean that was a bonus. But I mean I would not have paid the $29.98 or 29 something that they have on there. So I mean they brought it all the way to $7.98. So that was enough of the discount to make me grab it. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and become part of the Wayneko crew. My name is Wayne, and this is Wayneko. Now, like I said, I picked up these Gundam helmets, and to be totally honest with you, I've never watched the show or the movie or whatever it is that these Gundam helmets come from. I think it's a series, kind of like an anime, kind of like Hero Academia or The Last Airbender or one of those is what I'm assuming. But these helmets look really awesome, and that's kind of what made me grab them. Is I thought, man, even if I didn't like the show, I could take these helmets and paint them, or I could display them in such a cool way that would be pretty awesome. So let's set these for the side for a second, and let's get this Catwoman open. Now, like I said, I picked her up at such a huge discount. I mean, that's $7.98 is not even, that wasn't even the price of the pop, right? Let alone the price of the t-shirt. And they just happened to have it in my size, which made it like that much better, right? That's what made it that much more appealing, is I had to pick it up in my size. I like the Jim Lee stuff a lot. Now, if you don't know, Jim Lee has been like the artist for DC for the past, I want to say like 10 years is what I want to say, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But he has been their artist for a while, and he's a pretty phenomenal artist. If you haven't ever checked him out, go check him out. He has his own YouTube channel where he does like this whole like, he starts from the beginning of the blank page all the way up to like whatever it is at the end result. He's a pretty phenomenal artist. I mean, all jokes aside, he's really good. You should go check him out if you've never checked him out before. I'm going to show this box off really quick just in case no one's ever seen these t-shirt box combos like this. I've seen these for a while, and I'm pretty sure we all have. They kind of just sit there in GameStop, never really went anywhere. But they had a very interesting like difference between the Funko inside of here from the Funko you could buy. So normally the ones that were in here were this, I'm trying to think of what they would call it. I would call it black and white, but they call it like anti-chrome or something like that. Let's take a look at the t-shirt first. So the t-shirt is really what made me grab. So I have a lot of stuff that goes with Catwoman, but I had just never went out of my way to grab a Catwoman until now, and it's because of the deep discount, right? I mean, let's be totally honest. I would not have grabbed her without such a deep discount. Now, I've never seen this t-shirt, and I don't really know what it's going to look like. Let's see what she looks like. All right, so that is a pretty awesome t-shirt, right? I mean, that's pretty awesome. So I'm really pleased with the t-shirt, and that's the reason why I picked it up, was for the t-shirt. I mean, who would not want another Funko t-shirt? Now this is only my second Funko t-shirt. I have the Spider-Man t-shirt, and now I have the Catwoman t-shirt, and I will put both of those to the side. I truly don't know that I'll ever wear them. I might wear them one day. I don't really know. It's one of those. They're nice t-shirts, and maybe I'll wear them here in the studio, but I don't know. I have a certain style that I hold to, and it's not normally like those style t-shirts, right? This is a really cool pop, and that's the Jim Lee like series of these went on sale a while back, and for some reason they didn't really catch on. This was like movie moments or comic moments. So let's not call them movie moments. This would be comic moments of Jim Lee and the drawings and stuff that he did, and you could normally see like the moment right there on the back of the box. Let's get her out of the box and take a closer look at her though. All of your Jim Lee stuff came with all of these windows, right? So they came with the front window, the two side windows, and the top window. So to me, it just made it a better box. That doesn't mean it's a better box for everybody, but it made it more appealing to be an in-the-box collector, right, with all of those windows. And they're normally a little sturdier than the other boxes. I don't think they're nearly as collectible as the other boxes, but I like them because of all of the windows that are in them. This is a really awesome Catwoman. And like I said, I don't have any Catwomen in my collection. This is the very first one. Let's take a closer look at her. She has got this really gloss finish to her that is very like Catwomanish from the movies, where this is some kind of latex. This is not like a suit. So this is some kind of latex suit that she put on. And so she's always very provocative, very like in your face with her sexuality, which is really awesome. I mean, it's cool. And for the price of this combo, I just could not turn this down. I mean, let's be honest. $7.98 doesn't even cover the price of the t-shirt, let alone the price of the pop. So for the price of it, I mean, I just could not turn this down. Now, the only thing I can say is that I wish maybe that there was a wall hook right back here so that you could hook it on the wall. That would be pretty awesome, but I've also never seen them with this flat like roof style. They normally have like the top of the roof that they're sitting on, so this is a little different as far as the style. Still a really awesome pop, really t-shirt, awesome pop combo, and if you can go pick them up at your local GameStop for $7.98, I say go for it. Now, these Gundam helmets, I'm going to go check these things out now. I'm going to have to go check out the series and see what it's about. Now, it's supposed to be some kind of mechs that are called Gundams, and this is where all the Gundam comes from. It's supposed to be a really successful anime. I've just looked. I've never sat down and checked it out. I'm not much of a TV person, so when new stuff comes out on the TV, I'm normally a little behind on like on the year of it, right? I mean, so it's just me being honest with you at this moment. They put a lot of plastic around this guy, so they wanted to make sure that he was nice and secure before you get him open. I'm thinking that his helmet's going to be some kind of transformer almost style, because we'll see, because he has a lot going on in the adventure of this. It does not look anything like this, right? So here's a picture right here on the back, and I'll try and get a closer look so that maybe you can see it, but I don't think you're going to see it that well. So that's what it's going to look like by the time I figure out how to unmech this thing. I don't know if that's a proper word. So let's see. There has to be a way, right? Okay, so that pops off immediately. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. That comes off. So now it's starting to make sense, right? So let's see. Some more has to happen here. And I'm not sure what that more is, but some more has to happen here. That pops off. Okay. Does it go? That's exactly what happens. All right, so it goes down in there. Got a piece of plastic in here. Maybe it'd have an instruction on it or something. Let's see if I can dig that out of there real quick. Come on out of there. Now guys, I've never ever like dealt with any of these or messed with them. They were just sitting there in that little Paka machine and just looked like lots of fun. So I had to get a couple of them just to come onto the channel and play with them, and then I'll put them on a shelf somewhere and I'll display them, and there'll be some pretty cool displays is basically what they will come down to be. It's just some pretty cool displays. All right, so let's move that out of there. So that doesn't look like that goes there. It looks like they changed up the way this thing sits a lot. So this is going to sit no. Wow. All right, well, I mean, they definitely didn't. They could have put some instructions or something with it, and they didn't, or they did. Oh, let's see. Haha, here we go. Now we're talking. Now you're talking to me. So these come off. Oh yeah, look, those open up like so. All right, now that we got those open, this comes up like so. All right, now we're getting somewhere. This guy right here. All right, now we're talking. Well, that took me a minute. I'm sorry that took a second, but it didn't. That paper is so thin that it didn't feel as if that paper was going to come loose. It felt like that was pretty much it. So I'm glad it came with some instructions, because I'm going to be totally honest with y'all. I don't think I would have ever gotten this thing put together if it did not come with some instructions. These helmets were not very expensive. I want to say that they were like $2 a piece. I mean, they're just nice little decorative pieces is how I looked at it. I could put all three of them, and I happened to get all three of them in the style. So that, I mean, I can take all three of these guys and then put them up somewhere, and they would just look pretty awesome. So this has, let's see, so there's going to be another piece is what I'm gathering here. Maybe not. All right, so is that another piece up in there? Could be. Let's dig that other piece out. And they pushed everything up in the head of this guy, and I don't have very small fingers. My fingers are normally, there we go. All right, so I got it out. So these pieces here are going to go inside one of these pieces here, and that's how they are going to like fit in there. And there's another piece for his chin down at the bottom. These things are actually pretty awesome. Looking at these things like in the picture, I mean, you can tell that these things have got some character to them. So this one is going to go like, and then this stuff just does nothing. So I don't necessarily know that I like the plastic on it that does nothing. Let's take a closer look at this. Taking a closer look at him, this thing's pretty awesome, right? I mean, so these are just little helmets that come out of it's kind of like a Paka machine. I mean, you put a coin in it, you turn it, this thing rolls out, kind of like the old big gumball machines, but now we've like changed them to where they put these like big toy types things, or big collectibles. Let's not call them toys. So it's big collectible type things in them. Now, I don't necessarily know that I like the pieces that came off of him that do nothing now. I mean, you just, I guess, push them to the side, and that's what they do. I mean, they just do nothing. These things right here slide out, the top slides up, all of this stuff adds to it. It's, at the end of the day, it's a pretty awesome helmet, I'm not gonna lie. Let's get these other guys put together and see what we have. So we know that we basically already know how these go together, right? Because we just had to put that one together. So this is going to be pretty simple in what we do. Going to get that plastic cut real quick. I'm still kind of disappointed that it has pieces that do nothing. I mean, so essentially it came with two pieces that are just covers to blanket back off. I guess that's just an easy way of packing it. So they put these other pieces on there to cover it up. I don't really know. I don't necessarily know why they did that. I wish they wouldn't have done that. I kind of ripped the instructions on that one by accident, but I'm kind of thinking that maybe now that they're all pretty much the same, just different colors. That is what I gathered out of it. They were all the same helmet, just different colors. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's the case. These things were a lot of fun, I'm not going to lie. So getting these things kind of reminds you of your childhood when you were at the gumball machine and you were just seeing what you were going to get out of it, kind of like the first mystery box, I guess is the way you would put that. I mean, because it was just a big mystery as to what was going to come out of that gumball machine. So you would put your 50 cent in there and you'd turn it and you'd see what color ball you got, or what color hand you got, or what color trinket of what sort you pulled out of that little thing. And my parents absolutely hated that thing, so I didn't get to do it a whole lot. And I'm going to be totally honest with you, I'm not 100% like behind it either. Just because the stuff in it it's just non-purpose, right? I mean, you as a kid, you didn't really use it more than about 10 minutes, and that was about all the fun you got out of it, was about 10 minutes. I'm going to take these plastic pieces off right here that don't make much sense again, put them to the side, and this one is the white. Now, luckily enough, I had my buddy Justin there with me, and I pulled 2 of the same colors. He pulled 3 of the same colors, unfortunately enough, and then I traded one of my colors for one of his colors, so I ended up with the whole set, right? So I did not have the green one, was the only one I didn't have in my pulls. he did have the green one, and I think I had 2 white ones or 2 of the gray ones. I can't remember right offhand, but it was something to that effect. So I just simply traded him out for one of his, and that's the way that went. And it was a pretty so it worked out for me, not so much for him. But maybe next time we do something like that, he'll be the lucky one, and I'll be the one that stuck with 2 of the same colors. I mean, we all know how that works, right? I mean, sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Now, I'm really happy that I did get all the different colors, because the different colors have different accents, and I just think that they'll all look really good together on a shelf somewhere, right? With the different. All right, now that I almost lost a piece. So I just think they'll look really good on a shelf together somewhere, and I'll just put them all there together in different colors in one lineup. And here in just a second, we will get like a whole picture of all of them together. These are some pretty awesome guys. I mean, look, for the price of them, these things are pretty cool. I mean, they'll go and sit on a shelf somewhere, and they're pretty awesome. They're awesome enough that I'm gonna go check out the anime now to see what it is about. I haven't seen the anime, so don't get terribly upset with me about not seeing the anime. But these guys are really cool. Check that out. Now, I wanted to say that the white and red one was my favorite, but then I got this green and orange one put together, so I'm not so sure which one's my favorite anymore. I mean, it could be any one of them now at this point that is my favorite out of the group. How about throw a comment down below and tell me which one you like more? Do you like the gray, white, or the green one? I mean, because I think they're all pretty hot. How about you let me know? Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and become part of the Wayneko crew. Guys, there is no Wayneko crew without you. And until next time, y'all have a good one.